Hello and welcome to another edition of Business and Financial Raw Talk. I am LaWanna Bradford, and for those of you who have been following us over the past few years, you know I love all things business. And as award-winning business strategist and financial analyst, I find myself leaning into those individuals who are being innovative and creative in today's ever-changing marketplace. Today is about rising up and being innovative and to ensure that we have not only the financial security for ourselves in our business, but looking at that next generation, right? Having that fiduciary responsibility in what we're going to leave behind, whether it's in education or in financial wealth. And today I have a very special guest that I am bringing to the stage, the amazing Brandy Tennille, aka Brandy Thompson. And we are going to talk about bridging the divide and what it means to create generational wealth. Brandy, welcome.
Thank you so much, LaWanna. I appreciate you having me on the show today. I am excited to be here. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you said yes and took time out of your busy schedule to join our audience. And we are in Women's History Month, and this month's theme is Women Who Advocate for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. And we're going to get a little bit into that topic as we dive into this conversation.
Okay.
Now, one thing, Brandy, is you classify yourself as a personal financial strategist, and that you help to bridge the divide by building generational wealth. If you don't mind, could you take a few minutes just to help our audience understand what impassions you about this? What from your background made you think, wait a minute, I've learned something and I have something that I can package and give hope and inspiration to other people who are looking to create financial stability, number one, and to build generational wealth, number two.
Okay, absolutely. My background is in accounting. And so for years, though, as growing up, I didn't get the personal financial foundation from, my parent. And so as I learned about personal finance more and more, it just really intrigued me. And so I began to study about that when I went to school. But then out in the real world, it operated a lot differently, right? So being a single mom, I wasn't able to really hold down financial stability as I saw, and studied in school. And so I began to learn more about personal finances. And so I took some classes in that. And from there, my journey took off. And I was able to begin to change my mindset on what personal spending looked like, not spending every dollar, personal savings, and really finding out what credit really meant to me as an individual and how to use that. But it took some storms that I went through in life in order to change my mindset. And so now I'm here to talk to other women who have been through some storms, who have battled with, financial instability and not being able to gain control of their personal finances. So yes, it's definitely something that I am very passionate about.
I could hear it in your voice. So if you don't mind sharing, what pivotal moment, like you said, you went through some storms, but what pivotal moment made you realize, wait a minute, if I don't change to something, it's not going to get better. And if I don't shift my mindset, I'm going to continue to spin out of control.
So for me, I have in the accounting field, I was in the real estate industry. And the industry, when it went down in 2008, I was a product of that, that bailout, the bank bailout, and I lost my position as an accountant in that in that industry. And at that time, I was about 27, and I had purchased I had multifamily properties, and unfortunately I was unable to, hold on to them. and I went through serious foreclosure on my properties, and it was devastating. My credit was hit. I was just impacted financially, emotionally, just physically, mentally. I had a child. It was just all the way around a horror story for my life. And so I was, I just didn't think I could come back from it. I didn't know how. I didn't have the wherewithal. I just didn't have it. It was just me and my son. And so once I began to, pull myself up by the bootstraps, because you have to survive,
Yes.
I began to get the teachings that I was talking to you guys about, personal financial teachings, and really leaning into, this is not the end. This is not the end of my story, and I am going to move forward. And so I began to just shift my mindset to, face the outcome that I was, dealing with, utilizing a system. And so systems started to come into my life, and focusing my financial journey, with an intention to not make these same mistakes again. Although it wasn't my fault, it really felt like I got hit, hit very hard. So,
No, I can totally relate to that. Being in the mortgage industry, and we're about to celebrate 18 years, and yeah, everything that you've said, I can totally relate to. And it there was a sense of just panic and pandemonium all around.
mm-hmm.
So many people did lose a lot financially.
Yes.
And like you said, it is a mindset thing, because when something like that happens that's outside of your control, it's easy to start feeling guilty. Like, what did I do wrong? But I think it's a lesson to those that are listening. Sometimes you can do all the right things. You can dot
Yes.
all the I's, cross all the T's. And when you have economic conditions or a pandemic occurring, right? That's something
Yes.
we can't control. And you may have even made sure you had that nest egg in place. But when you start drawing down on that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's last, like, who would have thought the pandemic, we would have been in the throes of it for 3 years?
No one.
Right.
No
And the
one.
scary thing is, and I love that you shared that story, Brandy, is it almost felt like deja vu to me, because I looked at how many
Mm.
women were adversely impacted by the pandemic.
Yes.
You look at, we're in service-based businesses, right? Restaurant industries, and your ability to do business just suddenly dried up because the
Mm-hmm.
world shut down.
Right. Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about, and I like you to speak to those women particularly, because they are still struggling to get back, even though the world has opened up. You look at when you've lost and you're in a deficit, and now you're trying to rebuild. What words of hope and inspiration can you give? Because you've been there, but you were able to get out.
Yes, yes. I think that, for me it's like hyper focusing in on, not the bad, not what I lost, but staying focused on where I wanted to go and where I wanted to be, because at the end of the day, that stuff is still behind me, and there was nothing that I could do, about that, again, out of my control. So just really, for me, in my life, I'm a Christian. I believe in God, and I believe that I leaned in to, his power to lift me up and elevate, me, his word, to keep me grounded and focused, and then to really do the hard work. So there's nothing without that hard work, that discipline, and that focus. And focus for me, again, is an acronym that we use, and that is facing outcomes clearly, utilizing a system. And so, again, the system that focused me was, the planner that came out of all of that. We created an annual financial planner that kind of focuses you in on your personal financial journey. And so that really helped me to, work on my finances, utilize what was in my hands, the teachings. So the templates that are in the planner just really focused me in. It helped me to set my goals. It helped me to, track my expenses, and it just really helped me to keep myself motivated in the progress that I was making. And really, that turned, around into something like beautiful and amazing. So I know that other women can do it, because when we focus in, we can really accomplish great things.
That's so true. And you said it's called Budget Your Life Annual Financial Planner, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I love that. And I love that your acronym of focus, facing outcomes, clearly utilizing a system. And often individuals think, when you're in this state of uncertainty and uncontrol and even panic, your pride gets in the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to reach out. I don't want to ask for help. I don't want to lean in. And for you lean into your higher power. You leaned into God.
Yes.
to help guide you.
Yes.
And through that guidance, right, through sitting down and silencing yourself, now this gift that you're now offering the world came about. And I just want to challenge those of you that are listening, whatever your faith or belief is, when you are in a phase of crises and you've never been there before, you do need help to get out.
Yes.
Whether it's through your faith, whether it's been through someone who's been there, done that, and got the t-shirt, you need guidance to help you. Otherwise, you can stay in that place longer than you have to. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
That is very true, LaWanna. I stayed in that place for a very long time, thinking that I wasn't able to purchase a home because I had those foreclosures, thinking that I wasn't able to, move because my credit was bad. And my mindset was not shaped to think that I could get out of it. I thought I had to wait that full 7-year term for things to fall off my credit. But the truth of the matter is, with that hard work and that discipline, I began to use my planner to focus my finances. And I was saving 48 cents. And it was I can't even believe, I have a YouTube video on it. I can't even believe I'm YouTubing this. But, 48 cents, in all honesty, turned into over $15,000 for the down payment on my new build home. It turned into $10,000 year after year saving, for home projects, to be able to have that nest egg and to build up that emergency fund. It turned into us opening up a group in order to be able to invite people in to do the exact same thing. And we've had students come into our program and really learn the foundational principles to be able to focus their finances, get them organized, and then start to build that wealth and, cover that gap as well in their financial journey.
I like what you said, and everything that you're saying goes back to a systematic approach. And we can, especially as women of faith, and again, this is raw talk, and I'm going to go there. Sometimes we think, well, if I just pray, things will get better. And you sit and you wait. Well, God said it is finished, right? Everything that I've done, and I'm speaking biblically, and we know there's people of different faiths, but Christ said, greater work shall we be able to do.
Yes.
The key word is works. Action, right? So wishing, hoping, thinking, and praying, and just somehow magically money's going to come is really foolhardy. You want to be able to understand the financial principles. Like you said, first you got to change your mindset.
Yes.
It's a belief, right? Focusing on what you want, not what has happened. That's the past. And then engaging in the right systems, networking with the right people so you can understand, because we weren't born with financial literacy. It's learned.
It's learned.
And I'd like you to just, before we wrap up, just talk to that, because when I talk to women, I hear, well, I'm waiting for something to happen. I'm hoping. And I'm like, but what are you doing? You're still spending the same way. You haven't changed that. You're saying you want to invest, but you don't know how and what to invest in. And you're talking about investing, and you don't even know how to manage your day-to-day dollars that are coming in. Can you speak to those women? And then I'm going to turn the platform over to you to speak directly to the audience.
Okay. So I find it that we will continuously repeat the same mistake over and over again if we do not have the education and the understanding and the knowledge and the wisdom to be able to get out of that repetitive cycle. The word does tell us, biblically, that faith without works is dead. And so we can have the faith to believe, but we also have to put in the work to do it. And the work, it might not feel good, it might not be easy, and it may come with, some ups and downs, that roller coaster. But we have to be able to dig our heels in and stay the course. But that all begins in the mind. And if you don't have the mind to do it, then unfortunately it won't get done. And it also comes with the knowledge of, putting a system in place to help safeguard you. I used cash until I was able to go back to using my credit and debit cards. When cash is gone, it's gone. Now I'm able to function because I know my budget, because I've written it down. I've wrote the vision down, and I've made it plain that I can now run with it. And so I encourage, all women to, set those goals, write them down, and then walk them through step by step by step in order to be able to see what you're doing, visualize it, and then track your progress so that you can be motivated along the way.
I love that. That's just great wisdom that you're giving our listening audience. And before I turn it over to you, we're going to do a quick break in salute to Women's History Month.
We will win, we will win in the end. We will win in the end. We can lose, we can lose. We can lose if we choose. We will win.
Well, Brandy, it has been amazing having you here on our platform. I'm going to allow you to speak directly to the audience and let them know how to connect with you and what offers they may be able to benefit from when they work with you.
Thank you so much, LaWanna, for having me on the show today. And I want to thank all of you for joining us as well. I am here to help women fill that diversity gap through personal finances as well as through home ownership. I am a realtor here in the state of Georgia. And so I want to invite you to I have a financial planner here. It's called the Budget Your Life Planner. You can find this on Amazon, and it's a done-for-you system that will help you to start on your journey. And contact me. I can consult with you and walk you through the process of how to build a financial plan in order to reach and obtain your goals. And so with that being said, we have a program that we offer, the Budget Your Life Club. And so that way you will have the accountability to help you each and every step of the way. And so you can reach me at via email at brandy@bt-strategies.com. It is scrolling down on your screen at the bottom. And you can also reach me on my social media platforms at Brandy Tennille Official on Facebook. And all of my planners and journals are on Amazon at Brandy Thompson. And so I'm just really here to walk women through that process. And I would love to help you be empowered and motivated in your financial journey, knowing that you have someone that has been there, that has walked that journey, has done that, has the t-shirt to prove it, and has come out on the other side. So I cannot wait to talk with you. Please feel free to contact me again, Brandy at bt-strategies.co, and let us strategize together to build your financial future.
I love that. Thank you so very much, Brandy, for joining us for a special edition of Business and Financial Raw Talk, a no holds barred forum for leaders and innovators. And you have shown up in amazing fashion with your financial acumen and leadership. Thank you so much for all that you're doing to give women around the world hope and a seat of empowerment through your example of excellence. And I wish you much, much success in all that you do.
Well, thank you so much, LaWanna. I appreciate the time being on this platform with you today. It was awesome. And I look forward to working with you in the future.
Yes, we'll definitely make that happen. And to our listening audience, thank you so much for joining us for another edition of Business and Financial Raw Talk. Stay tuned because we have some more dynamic women who are coming up to showcase you what is possible. And remember this theme, which is all about embracing diversity, equity, and inclusion. Together, we can make it a difference. And remember, in life and in business, when your vision intersects with opportunity, as Brandy has so eloquently shown us, success is inevitable. Until next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.